Welcome back to Mutual of Terror. Last week we discussed about the Frontier Guardians, the Imperial Privateers. This week we are going to cover Imperial history itself. The battle at the Bastion of Bastion Vale. A battle that many from Terra will mistaking say it was the Empire's Alamo. This couldn't be the farthest from the truth. Instead, it is a story that exemplifies the Fenrir people themselves. A race that has planetary pride in the one fact of their race. They have never failed the Emperor. This battle is not only of Imperial history, but of the history of Fenrir of Fenris. Let us begin. There are victories measured in conquered worlds, victories measured by enemy casualties. And then there are victories measured by a single warrior who refused to abandon his post. This is the story of a Fenrir whose name has been lost to history, but whose sacrifice became immortal throughout the Empire. His story is remembered by one simple phrase: Fenrir never failed the Emperor. The Battle of Bastion. Bastion Vale was never meant to become legend. 32 Fenrir warriors were ordered to defend a mountain fortress, guarding the only supply route to millions of Imperial citizens beyond the pass. Their orders were simple: hold the line, no retreat, no surrender. Relief would come. Eventually. None of them knew the relief force would be delayed. For 7 days, they would stand alone. The first assault began before dawn. Enemy artillery reduced towers to rubble before wave after wave of infantry stormed the walls. The Fenrir answered with disciplined rifle fire. Every approach became a killing field. When ammunition ran low, they fought with blades. When the blades broke, they fought with claws. The first assault failed. Then came another, and another. Each attack larger than the last. Each victory purchased with Fenrir blood. By the second day, only 19 defenders remained. Communications had failed. Medical supplies were exhausted. Still, no one abandoned the walls. By the fourth day, only 8 warriors continued fighting. Every hallway became a fortress. Every doorway became a battlefield. The enemy captured rooms only to lose them moments later in savage close combat. On the 6th day, 3 defenders remained. Power had failed. The fortress froze from within, yet the defenders continued to fight. The final assault came with sunrise, one by one. The last warriors fell, until only one remained, alone, bleeding, surrounded. Every enemy soldier who reached the shattered gate met the same answer: gunfire, steel, and unbreakable resolve. When his rifle fell silent, he drew his sword. When the sword shattered, he fought with the broken blade. The final transmission from Bastion Vale contained only 4 words: mission still in progress. Then, silence. For nearly 18 hours, no one knew whether the Bastion still stood. When the Imperial relief column finally arrived, they expected to reclaim a fortress. Instead, they found a legend. Standing at the shattered main gate was the last Fenrir. He still maintained his post. His armor was blackened by fire and scarred by countless blows. His helmet had been split open, leaving him blind in one eye. In his hand remained the broken half of his sword, its shattered edge still dripping with the blood of those who had tried to breach the gate. Around him lay hundreds of enemy dead. The assault had ended, not because the fortress had fallen, but because one warrior had convinced the enemy it never would. The Imperial commander slowly approached the lone defender. He rendered a salute, then spoke the words every soldier longs to hear. Warrior, you are relieved. Your mission is complete. For the first time in 7 endless days, the Fenrir relaxed his grip upon his broken sword. Slowly, he dropped to one knee. He looked upward into the cold gray skies above Bastion Vale. Then, with the last strength left within him, he gave one final howl. A howl heard across the shattered valley. A howl not of pain, but of victory. Moments later, the last defender of Bastion Vale died at his post. He had not fallen in battle. He had not surrendered. He had simply remained alive, long enough to hear his duty was fulfilled. Military physicians later determined he had continued fighting for days, despite wounds no ordinary being could have survived. Blood loss, broken bones, burns, hypothermia, blindness. None of them had stopped him, because the mission had not yet ended. Today, visitors to Bastion Vale do not first see the ruined walls. They see the monument. Carved from dark granite stands a life-size statue of the final Fenrir. He is depicted exactly as he was found. One knee upon the frozen earth. Broken sword held firmly in his hand. His battered helmet turned toward the heavens, forever captured in the moment of his final victorious howl. Every Fenrir warrior kneels before that monument before departing for war. Every imperial officer pauses there in silence. At its base are carved the words that have become sacred throughout the empire. Duty before self, honor before death. And beneath those words, in letters that every child of Fenris knows by heart, Fenrir never fail. Some heroes conquer worlds, others command fleets. One unnamed Fenrir became immortal, simply by refusing to abandon a single gate. His name may have been lost to history, but his example never will. For as long as the Empire stands, every soldier who faces impossible odds will remember the warrior who remained at his post until he heard the words, "You are relieved." And every Fenrir who marches into battle carries the same oath in their heart. Fenrir never fail. If you like this video, make sure to like, share, and comment. It means a lot to us. Make sure to also subscribe so you can get notified when new videos are made. You can also learn more about ODAT Universe at https://millscifiauthor.com. Sign up for our newsletter. We promise not to spam you. Or join our fans, readers, and trolls on our Facebook fan group. Search for Imperial Command in the Facebook search bar.